Hi folks, yeah, I don't know what I've done, what's happened to her. I'll give you the tab again, just to let you know that it's just a few moments. I just tried to press things. It's still the same night of the day. Okay, let's just get back in focus. There we go. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, move on from that subject. And the yeah. Okay, it's moved to a different location in the sky. I think one of the points was like, yeah, you pointed to a light in the same location in the sky. Yeah. Do you know when you're, okay, I'm not going to go on, I've gone on long enough. I'm going to do a face-to-face, that 6 hours one, and does include the targeting. And let's so I include everything in that, that's why it's going to be 6 hours. But for now, I'll just expand this as much as I can without losing it. And I'm just going to get my family to confirm a few things that I did say previously. No, I've lost it. Here we go. Slowly does it. I'm not losing my temper. Okay. And it's not in a way trees, it's my family flashing. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, family. Now, I was going to refer, last time that long interview, that long post, I suppose you would call it interview, I just spoke about the royals in society, the true royals in society. Okay. See if I can enlarge it, because I want to get you to see it. And who are the royals and why they were chosen in the first place. Okay, I did state that Haile Selassie has got true royal bloodline. And it's confirmed by my family. Confirmed that for me, that Haile Selassie is true royal bloodline. Okay, and like I've said, even though I've got locks, I'm not a Rastafarian, but I'm not religious at all. Sort of speak to our family over the last few years. I'm not spiritual either, so to speak. So that was a shock to me, and that's one of the first questions I asked. It's still there, family. Yeah, that's one of the first questions I asked, was about, loads of questions I asked, but one of the first one was about the royal family and the royal bloodlines of people claiming to be royal and they're not. And like I say, Haile Selassie is one of them. That's true royal blood. And it was, and I did explain that. Can you confirm that, family? Again. And I'm asking them, the family, to confirm it again, folks, because I know it's going to be a controversial subject. I know people are not going to believe what I'm saying. So that's why I keep asking over and over again. And my family, even before I put this on here, are aware of that. Because I was like, nah. But apparently he is royal bloodline, and the reason why, like I said, the bloodline was originated in the first place in this civilization. It's to do with souls that have incarnated within the same DNA, that remember the first civilization, that remember when Earth was first created by superior beings, by our family or your clan. Okay, so they had that memory in this civilization. It's somewhere in this, I don't know, and they got the DNA link, and it was to make Earth, fellow Earthlings, and other species on Earth as well, a better place to live. Give them the, not a better place, but give them the knowledge, the guidance to link with their clan, to link with their ancestors, to link with their family, and to offer guidance on day-to-day life in this civilization. Okay. top of spiritual. We've been so dumbed down in this civilization. Earth has our abilities, psychic abilities have been so suppressed that we don't even know who we are. We don't know who we are anymore. We're so eager to look for somebody to tell us who we are that we'll grab onto anything. And because we have that link to a higher self, to higher beings, we have that link to God or to the creators. We know instinctively there's a higher self, there's higher beings. So that's why religions were created. Okay, we are living in this civilization and the way the societies are run now, and different societies. Earth, I'll just say Earth, has a big whole thing, has been corrupted as much as possible by negative entities, by parasitic beings. That hate humanity. Literally, their hate is bad. Seriously. Okay? They despise us, and they've tricked us, and they've tried to control us, and that's what it's all about, people. It's about control. It's not really about killing us, it's to reduce fear and anxiety, so they can feed off that. That's what these beings feed off. Okay, and there's loads of different beings. I'm not going to say, oh, it's reptilian or it's this and that, because there's so many different species of entities out there, of beings out there. For me to say, yeah, it's this type. I said demons. Yes, or demons. I saw one close up a few days ago into family. I saw the switch. Do you know, when I'm telling people off a little bit off go now about looking into the eyes, when I saw somebody's whole face change, and it looked like it had energetic overlay, and its whole face changed, and it had like, it looked like it had horns on its jawline. That's the best way I could describe it. And the eyes changed. Everything about this entity, person, changed for a split second, and it's to do with their energy. They try to control it, but sometimes people get too excited, get too vexed, or the emotions are quite high. That's when the overlays come out. So say who it is, family. I'm down to fucking say who it is, folks. So I'm swearing, family. Shall I say who it is? Okay, it's Shanelle Campbell, my DNA linked daughter. And I'm going to show you the link when I saw it, when she arrived with one of the doctors from Durham Medical Centre, and the point at which the face changed. Literally like an overlay, like an energetic overlay of an entity was over its face. And you know, previously when I said it's the iris has changed colour. It was the face. Can you confirm that to be true? Okay. Thank you, family. And I'll go back to, so these beings, they can't, once you see entities for what they are, humans for what they are, what's controlling them, you will shit yourself at the beginning, and grant you, okay? But your link to your clan will make you strong, because you'll know they hate humanity to such an extent that they would destroy Earth if they could, like they have in the past. They have destroyed civilizations on Earth. Earth is not the way it was when it was first created. How it looks, and the water, less of water. Is it like more waterfall, more water landfill that it was meant to be? Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So our psychic abilities, I keep saying that, have been tampered with by parasitic beings, so we wouldn't know our true selves, so we wouldn't have that connection to higher beings, and our psychic abilities, so we won't be able to see what people are, if they've got entity attachments, if the demons, if they're if the demons, like I said, got entity attachments, overlays, that we wouldn't be able to recognise them. And in this civilization, it's not just happening now. All of a sudden, these people, in inverted commas, have got entity attachments. Always been the case. Okay. And the best way to put it is being people that are narcissists, psychopaths, sex offenders, sociopaths, that kind of, where they live to cause pain to others. They get off on causing pain to others. Okay. They are not human, they have no heart centre, they have no heart base. They live to control others. The control is such a key part of what's happening now. With the change in the human residents, they want to control society as much as possible. So we don't rise up, we don't become more into our heart. And this is being done by beings that hate humanity and hate Earth and hate other species on Earth as well. They've got no interest in evolving. For them, it's just feeding. Okay, and it's feeding off the energy, the reactions that these people, inverted commas, will get from others by their reactions, by their actions. I've never had a romantic relationship, I should say, with a narcissist, to my knowledge. Both my, like I say, Shanelle, Campbell, and my father were both narcissists, even though they weren't officially diagnosed. In fact, I've said the worst than narcissists. And as they get older, it get worse, and that means causing pain to others. And they will plan, if you've ever been or seen an artist, they will plan to fuck somebody up. They will have conversations about, yeah, okay, well, I'll say this, okay, yeah. And they will lie, pathological, I've told you this about pathological lying. They have no conscience, they have no heart, they have no sense of guilt or shame. And it's all for the drama, it's all to control others. But if you control them through fear and anxiety, woohoo, that's their big thing. Okay, so now, what's happening now, highly, like I say, there's always been an individual in this society that's remembered Earth from its first civilization, that have tried to get ordinary people to remember who they are, get ordinary people to connect, I just sort of have who they are, to connect with who they are and their ancestors. There's always been people like that in the Earth. So there have to be religious people, entertainers. Yes, there is Lovecraft. Entertainers, actors, musicians. I listen to a lot of music, like I say, dance or sort of. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like, do you know, okay, I'm in my early 50s. Do you remember sort of dancehall from the late 70s where your parents used to get? Anybody remembers blues? Put your hands up if you remember blues. Okay, blues in people's houses. Do you family remember blues? Okay, blues is people's houses, play reggae music. Okay, and from sort of like that kind of era to sort of like 80s, mid 80s dancehall music. I can't get enough dancehall. I also listen to some I think what it's called now. I was going to say garage, but it wasn't garage. Anyway, bit of drum and bass. Anyway, music. So musicians, and there've always been people, poets, artists. We've got to treasure our artists, but most of them, I think, have sold their soul, or would have sold their soul, or their work has not been put out there. But in the past, artists have tried to tell people, trying to influence people and say, this is what it is, this is, you know, this is what it's all about, okay? And yes, it doesn't include the Whalers, members of the Whalers, Bob Marley and the Whalers. Gregory Isaac, I can't get enough of Gregory Isaac. Can you see that play? Can you see it? Hi family. Okay. Okay. Right, well, can you see it? But this is not happening, folks. Yeah, according to the mental health team, this is not happening. Yeah, it's just demons. Yeah, 3 years of posting, it's not fucking happening. Yeah. Anyway. What's I say? Yeah, so Gregory Isaac, yeah, there've always been prophets, if you like, that have been on earth and that have just know, they see earth, they see people, they see what's happening for what it is, and they try to educate and guide, okay, through their work, through their music, through their poetry, artwork, etc. The reason why I keep bringing Gregory Isaac into the one, I can't stop listening to his music. That man wrote so many songs, has recorded so many albums, it's ridiculous in his short life, absolutely. And then I find an album that I've listened to, I've not heard before, and his style of doing it, because sometimes he mixed it up, not just a song, but I don't know, it's sort of a rhythm. And then I get fixated on it, and that's all I play, even though there's albums that I've got off YouTube, so Amazon was thinking, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Anyway, so right now, it's Gregory Isaac, because I know that, and one thing, he was a prophet. Okay, there's lots of prophets out there, but I also know he was targeted by the police. He was also targeted. Okay. Anybody that knows him or knows the situation will know that he was targeted to join them. And the fuckers made him suffer. The fuckers, meaning the police or whatever, just made him suffer because he turned it down. He wouldn't join them. Okay, and one thing I would say to anybody that knows him or spreads with him, or if he ever gets to, he died, but he died with not one entity attachment. He never sold himself out, and he's back with his clan, he's back with his ancestors, and he's happy. But I just want to get that out there. He never sold himself out. When he died, he had no entity attachments. Oh, there's no craft. Okay, so yeah, and we are part of the same clan. But like I say, 98% of the world, we are part of the same clan. Looks at it like cousins. If you like, we are all related. We all come from one creator. The creators created human beings. Who I'm talking to now, who I call my family, created human beings. Okay, and like I said previously, last link, and they were created by beings that created them. Okay, and like I said previously, you will have Dennis Bad as well. There's people that, like I said, were prophets, and there's people that are in the entertainment world, artists, etc., that you wouldn't think, and they've tried to get the message out, and they've been stopped or tried to stop. There's an agenda, and like I say, that's been going on for this civilization. The more heavily somebody's promoted, I would say, be very wary. And I'm not saying what they say would be wrong, because they would have stolen whatever they're saying from somebody who's truly in touch with higher beings or touch with the higher selves, and their words would have been stolen. Because like I said, we all have that heart link. We've listened to something, we read, that's why the religions were created, because we have a link. There is a need for us to link with higher beings. Okay, what was I going to say? Yeah, so yeah, and like I said previously, like the main creator created other species on Earth, cats, dogs, blah blah, other species on Earth that created cats. Okay, so there are entities up there that look like felines. Okay, there are entities up there that created the various cat species that do look like felines. They are also creators of the that look like dogs or elephants. Anything you see on this earth, it will have a creator somewhere, and it will be created as much as possible to the image of their creator. And I just say one of the posts, and I'm being very humanistic. And when I say Earth is not just for Earth, it wasn't made just for Earthlings, humans. It was made for all the other species on Earth as well. Okay, and the reason why Earth was created, to get back to very basic, is so we can experience life on this planet. Basically, that's it. Just to experience life. There's no craft, you can see it. Okay. Nothing else. Yeah, it's just to experience life in this physical form. There's another craft. Is it craft or is it splashing green and red? Doing somewhere. Look how close the gate. Where's it gone? Yeah, anyway, so the reason why we're here on Earth, it's just to experience Earth, not to find out the meaning of life, or to make loads of babies, or to win an Oscar, or do whatever. It's just to have an experience. We don't die, we never die. Okay? When we die, when we leave Earth, when our body dies, our energy will move on to back where we originated from, hopefully. Fingers crossed, if you're not sold your soul out, you will go back to where your soul originated from. You go back to your ancestors. The only thing that could stop that is if you sold your soul, basically. If you sell your soul, oh yeah. Okay, and these creature beasts, like the Freemasons, the beasts that one of them, I think it was Campbell, shouted, "There is no God." Didn't she family? Somebody shouted, "There is no God." I was like, "Oh, you fucking idiot! What am I doing now? What post?" Okay, so like certain groups believe that they are creators. Okay, like the Freemasons, like, you know, we are masters of our own destiny, and blah blah blah. Okay. Just because they believe that doesn't mean it's true. So they can say for as much as they want, there is no God. Because I have to say that they have been lied to. Okay, get my family back in. Have we gone too far? Oh, here we go, family. Gone too far. Okay. If they want to believe that there is no God, fair enough, if that's their belief. But we on Earth, we have to realise that they've been fed a bunch of shit by parasitic aliens, by parasitic beings. They have been lied to. Okay, the people that are running civilization now on Earth, that are in charge, in inverted commas, have been lied to by negative parasitic beings. And the lie basically consists that they believe there's no comeback for the behaviour, and that's it, and that there is no God. The Catholic Church believes there's no God. The head of the Catholic Church believes there's no God, and that's why you'll get priests raping children. And they've done that. The entities that have sort of running the creature beasts, like the Freemasons, etc., etc., have lied to them, saying there's no comeback, there's nobody higher than them. When they die, that'll be it. That's it, their energy dies with them. Or there's a nothingness. That's a lie. There is a higher plane. You do, when you die, you go back to your creators. Unless you sold yourself out, like I've just said, you're back to your creator, and you continue to live, you continue to grow. You continue, I don't know what you do. I think there's work up there, folks, isn't it, family? I think there's some kind of work you do. You don't just sit on clouds and with the harps and eating grapes. There's no food. Don't do food, it's energy. But if you know what I mean. And we're always expanding. That's our purpose. Just to experience life on this earth. Hopefully you learn a few tricks, you experience a few things, and you go back to your family. And you continue to grow. You continue to expand, hopefully. Okay, and like my family have stated, there is a choice. Everybody has a choice. Apparently, it's a big thing, that choice thing, this world. Anyway, everybody has a choice, apparently, about which way you go, how you behave, and that's when you know that higher beings will give you a free will. That's your free will. The negative parasitic beings will put rules and regulations in place to control you and say you have to do X, Y, and Z to move on. And it's all about control. So that's one of the main differences that these between us and them. I remember said about narcissists and psychopaths and their need to control. Okay. And cause fear, etc., etc. The parasitic beings need to control and feed off us. They need us. They need our energy. It's with them, different ones. Sorry, thanks. I'm just having a scratch. So Haile Selassie, there's been people in civilizations, this civilization that's constant, and there's people now, like I say, with the fucking mental health assessment, crisis team, that's to stop me and scare me, and instead they've just fucking pissed me right off. Wait till you listen to the recording, folks. Anyway, I wasn't going to go into that, but yeah, they've just pissed me fucking right off. And plus I saw demons on a few of them. And that's what it's all to do. It's about fear and control. And the entities they've got off them are just feeding off their energy. That's why they can't be too energetic, be emotionally open and happy or sad, or be very emotive in their responses to everyday stimuli. Because the demons are literally feeding off them, and they give them energy so they can even walk and talk. They get a little buzz. So it's not like they're suffering, they think that they're suffering, they get a buzz. out of torturing people, out of hurting people, and seeing the reaction, knowing that what they've done is caused friction. And there's got to be a reward, and that's the reward. And like I say, people that have a close relationship with narcissists, romantic relationships, probably know that more than me. I've seen them at a distance, and I've seen how just fucking how fucked up these creatures are. And that's some people, but like DNA closest members of my family. I've seen how fucked up they are now. The joy, literally joy they get. The eyes glow. They're, you know, fucking somebody up or planning to fuck somebody up. They really glow. They're really smirking. Really, you know, when they're thinking about, I know it's truly fucking somebody up. Not just being a bit of a bitch, but really head fucking someone. Breaking them. If they can break you, break you. That's, yeah, the thing replies. That's their big thing. Okay. And like I say, whoever's control them, whatever entity, despises humans, hates us. It's bad, bad, bad. They really do. Or the use of them as food, basically. Okay, so Ines Leslie was a real royal. What's happening now? What's happening to me is a perfect example. They have no record of my complaints, folks. No record whatsoever. This mental health. And my medical certificate's been changed. Everything's been changed. I've lost the bloody thing now. Do I have to go down that? Wait, just bear with. Back to normal. Something happening there. It's still there. I think I have to move my arms. Okay, that's where my window is. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to show you, I'm not ashamed of my mental health history. Like I said, suicide attempt, and I worked in mental health, it's about a cunt a mile off. So I'm going to show you medications I've been on, what I'm going to show you the differences. Where is it? So I'm going to show you this, and I'm doing this so you can see, it would just even, they, doctors know that I've got copies of my old original medical records, and that I've photocopied everything, the medications and everything, and that I've recorded consultations. They know all this, but they will still lie, and still apparently they've lied in my medical records. And this is what I mean about Earth, and about how they will rewrite history, they will change to suit them. They will change what's ever happened to suit them. Perfect example. Perfect example. Here we go, family. I thought I lost you there for a moment. So I'll just do this. Oh, there's the one. Two of them. I'll just do this. Be awkward, but I'll just do this. Okay, so they will lie, and even though they're going to get found out, and they will still lie, just for the sake of lying, and to have that satisfaction of that gaslighting, of controlling someone's emotion, for even just be for a moment, and you're also going, what? No, that never happened. What are you doing? What are you saying? No, that's not true. Blah blah blah. Just even that. You question your sanity. These are fucking doctors, mental. God, fucking. Anyway, yeah. So at Earth, that's what's happened on Earth. Everything that we think is true, a true reflection of our creators has been lies, and lying. Like I said, pathological lying is one of their things they do, and it's to go against humanity. It's to take you away from your humanity, take you away from your heart, to disconnect people from their heart centre to their clan, to their family. Okay, talk about family. I'm looking for the next of kin. When I went off about Shanelle Campbell, so no, we don't want her anywhere near me, anywhere near anything to do with me. So I'm looking for next of kin family, friends out there watching this. Anyway, not active looking, I grant you that, but you know. And another thing, what they will do, they will try, like I say, if they can't get you to join them, they've said that to me, I think a couple of weeks ago, so they want you to be one of us. If you saw this, if you see what I see, let me just go back. Might be time to stop recording, family. I can see you. No, it's gone. Brown clouds. Okay, so this one, very good time to stop. Just give it a minute or so. And they created clouds. I know I've told this before, people, what they did. I told you they formed a cloud, and then the craft went to that cloud formed, and then formed a double cloud, and it moved over. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to leave that for now, folks. I think the clouds have reformed clouds. So hope that, and the next time, I keep saying next time, I'll probably have a little rant about the mental health, because they will be pissing me off and trying to gauge your reaction. And I don't know about reactionary abuse, where you start swearing at people who's been abusive to you, and then all of a sudden they're like the victim. How can you be so mean and so aggressive? Well, what have we done? Only here to help you. The biggest word they'll say, you know, it's the biggest lie, especially in the UK. The phrase you'll hear is, we'll help you. It's to help you. Help. That's the biggest, like I said, the piss take with the Simon Foster, with this thing about against violence towards women, is to help. So when somebody says, we want to help you, especially an organisation or somebody, it's their job to fucking help. So you don't need to say that bigly, especially about all the little clues. Gaslighting. Anyway, folks. Oh, here we go. Something's going. I don't know what it is, but that's one of the biggest clues. Okay. Hi, family. I think it's a different one. I don't know why I'm pointing at now. Where's it to? I think that's the vase. Is it vase? The light reflecting from the vase. I think it's the vase. I don't know what's happening, folks. And I've been ill as well. I think not ill. I've got kind of illnesses. So when even after just a little virus, I feel like fucking shit. And my whole body, that's the vase, isn't it? My whole body just sort of like fucks me up. Anyway. So what a great time to do it, eh? She's rough on a normal basis, but now she's extra rough. Fuckers. Anyway, family, thank you very much, folks. Thank you for me ranting on. And hopefully, like I say, I told you about Alice last year, the reason why I was put up in the first place, on Earth in the first place, and people like him. They weren't originally royal. The name royal didn't come into it. It's people, even on Earth, and their descendants that have that, through their DNA descendants, and their own energy is still linked to the higher beings. And you remember the ones I spoke about in my Facebook group, friends? Facebook, trying to ban me from that, or try to stop posts for getting on that. I should see them. Yeah, so when I say, I notice these people, they could be descended from higher beings that have always remembered through past lives, remembered who they are, and have not come into Earth, have forgotten. There's something in them. It might be something in them. Who knows? But like I say, there are beings, like I've said, that I've noticed that are complete opposite to people with the demon attachments, demonic attachments, people with the right side of the face, significantly darker, the eyes, iris is not changing, the glow, there's something about them, the glow, they are unique souls, or souls come from somewhere else, but all unique. That's what's happening to us now. That's why we are linking with our clan. We are all unique. If you choose to say stuff out, that's up to you, it's a choice. But these people, I don't even think they will sell themselves out. I think the people will be coming after them to try to control them and try to stop them just living their lives. And they don't have to do anything, like I say, just them being on Earth and chatting to people and just going through life, normal life. They make a significant difference to the energy on Earth and to the people around them. Okie dokie. But like I said, there's going to be people who are aware of that, who are going to try to stop them. But I'm not going to say no more until my family can confirm that. The clouds are still there, so I'm going to stop now, folks. Okay. For now, folks, bye.